Hi folks, David Waring here again with InformedTrades.com and the next video in a series on trading Forex using the Metatrader platform by Sean Overton. In the last video in this series, Sean gave us a great overview of several sites where we can go to find free expert advisors. In today's video, we're going to continue this discussion with a look at several of the warning signs to watch out for as you're looking through the free expert advisors. So let's get started.
Hi, this is Sean Overton with OneStepRemove.com. In this video we're going to talk about expert advisors and warning signs and things to watch out for. The first is anything that makes a performance guarantee is a gigantic red flag that you should avoid 100% of the time. The reason for that is nobody knows what the future is and nobody knows how their strategy or expert advisor is going to react to unknown future market behavior. So even if somebody guarantees something realistic like 1% or 2% a month or something outrageous like thousands of percent every year, the point is that because you cannot know the future, it's unethical and immoral to make any performance guarantees. If you see that, I suggest strongly that you not get involved. The next item is it has to do with the way the EA behaves. So if you're demo trading or trading it on a live account, which I don't recommend unless you've done a lot of research, if you are looking at how the EA trades and you see that it legs in, where it enters an order and then the market moves against it and it enters another order, that can be a legitimate strategy, but what I found is that most of the time it's not the result of careful research. It's just throwing mud at the wall and hoping that eventually everything works out. If you see that these new orders are getting of an increasingly larger size, that's referred to as a martingale strategy. And if you see that, I strongly suggest that you not use that ever. And I know that's going to be controversial with retail traders, but the fact of the matter is I've seen hundreds of EAs, many of them that use martingale strategies, and every single one, if you run it long enough, it will fail, it will fall apart, and you will lose the entire account balance. That's my experience, and I'm sticking to it. So if you see martingale strategies, I suggest you go the other way. The next thing is if you are running the EA and you see that it hedges, there's no mathematical reason why you should hedge. I don't think hedging is a good idea anyway, but I will concede that it might have some psychological merit for a discretionary trader where they can put a win on the board and then the next one hopefully will come back and they can make some money on both sides. But for an automated strategy where there is no psychology involved, there is no reason to hedge. Let me give you an example. If you have a buy trade and the market moves all the way against you, then you decide that it's time to cut your losses by hedging, it's the exact same thing as exiting the market, because as the market comes further against you, you're losing the exact amount that you're winning with the hedge. The difference is that you only paid the spread once to open the buy trade, but with the hedge trade you paid it twice for the privilege of losing the same amount of money. So mathematically it makes no sense, it just compounds the loss. And if you see an EA using a hedge, I suggest that you not use it. Lastly is scalping. The vast majority of traders that are looking for free EAs want to find something with a lot of bells and whistles that trades in and out of the market constantly. Scalping can be profitable, it can be wildly profitable, but I've seen and talked to thousands of traders, and of those traders only a handful are profitable, and of those only a tiny fraction scalp. So you're talking about a tiny fraction of people that make money with scalping. The chances of you finding an expert advisor on the internet for free or for $150 that does the same thing is minuscule to not going to happen. But if you do come up with your own strategy and you have some sort of logic behind it, that's something I'd encourage you to pursue. But if you just see an expert advisor running and it scalps and it makes a lot of money for a couple weeks but then blows up, that's not something I would suggest running live money on. And that's the point that I'm going to talk about next is you definitely want to run an EA for more than a week or a couple of weeks. Most of these expert advisors, if they are going to blow up, will do so within the first 2 months. I suggest that you either run it on a demo account or on a tiny live account with a few $100 or maybe $1,000, and then if it blows up, it happens, but if it doesn't, This way you've done your due diligence and your risk analysis to make sure that you feel somewhat confident about the future performance. If you have any questions or comments, I expect them. You can find me at www.onestepremove.com, or you can email info@onestepremove.com. My name is Sean Overton. Thank you for listening.